Good morning, Formidable me, part of my walking meditation, which is a great little thing to do. Good skill, man. These are one of the actions that have great results, and I encourage you to lean into that. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more to build on a post I made earlier about think it, do it, which is really great for these little last minute things of oh yeah, I thought that was a kangaroo for just a second out of the side of my eye. Isn't that funny? So think it, do it's great, and for these little reminders. But there's let me ease for those of you that don't know into this idea of there are bigger projects that we have. There are more complicated situations where we want to really make good decisions, and there are a lot of factors to consider. Case in point, 2 weeks ago I was diagnosed with leukemia, and for these last 2 weeks it has been a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions, things to consider, treatments, alternatives to treatments, different doctors and opinions, and there is a point of overwhelm, and it's easy to get sucked into that. Same thing with any production, for example, or your entrepreneurial project, or your parenting situations where there's just a lot of chaos going around, and there's a lot of things to consider, different departments, different needs, all the different things you need to prepare, and these are all valid, but they tend to either make us get stuck in a holding pattern of research and busy work that don't really keep us productive, or they can put us in a situation where we just don't make maybe the best decision. And so I learned from Jocko Willink in his book, Extreme Ownership, great book on leadership. It's got a military bias as how they deal with really intense situations, a lot of chaos and mayhem around them. And one of their modalities is to observe, orient, decide, act. And so how this works is then to find yourself in that situation, whether you just walk into it or whether you've just now in your walking meditation gone, I'm in a situation here, I'm in a pickle. So the first thing to do is seriously just to take a moment to consciously look around and observe all the factors. Am I safe? What's going on? Which fires are burning? Which ones are the hottest? What really needs to be dealt with? What is that one can wait a little bit? I need to tend to this one first, etc. And then then orient. And what that means is in all of this chaos, as you kind of do your 360, you'll go, okay, that is where I am going. Such an important thing to remind yourself, to reestablish, to compass, and go, that's my direction. I want to go that way. And then make a decision. So a lot of that is some gut. A lot of that is also combined with some common sense. And sometimes we don't like to listen to our common sense. Our common sense is saying, you need to do that. But all the other loud fears and rationalities and all that will be talking us out of it. It's funny how that works, but that's true. But in this moment, observe, orient, make a decision, and act. Go. Do not stand. Do not observe anymore. You've got your orientations. Do not spend any more time orienting. Don't spend a lot of time making a decision. Your decision is done. You act on it. And then you'll enter into just kind of a new picture, a new arena. And that interval can be different depending on the nature of your project. Again, your relationships, your health, you come home at night and you have a choice to make. Do I fall into my old routines, or do I get off the couch? Do I get off the couch and go to my computer and write? because that's my project. Whatever it is, in my business, do I make a video, or do I generate some content? Do I pick up the phone, call somebody to make a sale, or do I get ready for that, or I don't look the way I want? Any of those excuses, but act. At the end of the day is a great time, or the beginning of the next day, whichever works better for you, to kind of do this again. It's called OODA, OODA. Observe, orientate, decide, and act. And that will pull you through a lot of those tough situations. And repeat this, get to the next phase of the battle, and there you are, and see where you are. And that is going to progressively move you towards your success. Action is the cure. Magic is the mind sauce, and your life comes together in the wake of all that. Nothing but love. Stay awesome. Okay? We'll do it again. And a quick postscript on that video. The success I will have in my healing and dealing with everything that a person goes through with leukemia, I feel is going to be, as a perfect example, I have taken that moment to, like, okay, look at where I'm at, and I'll be able to deal with this in such a better way. And the other thing is, I don't need to worry about that next page, turn the page on chemo and on bone marrow transplants. I don't need to turn that page yet, because when I say observe, I'm looking right now at the situation, right? And so that's just an example to encourage you, to empower you to take any situation and use it to give you that clarity, that decisive action. Makes a big difference, and eliminate the chaos and the confusion, the head scratching of I don't know what to do, and because I feel like this and I feel like that, and I'm thinking about this and I'm worried about that. All of that conversation needs to stop. Make your decision and act, and just take your confidence in that breath, in that movement. That will clarify up. I just wanted to add that in there. These are the same things that we coach. I think a lot of coaches do this. Certainly those that are productivity coaches and GSD coaches. The idea of keep moving, and this is going to be a beautiful, awesome factor in my coaching. And I'm really excited to, through these videos, keep sharing the lessons I'm learning through all of this as we move forward. A lot of things in the health arena, my fitness arena, my diet and nutrition, my mindset, and also economically, what's happening in business, in life, what I'm learning, and all of this. So there's going to be a lot of great content that comes from this chapter of life, and nothing unique to that. This is the same thing that happens to you and to your dear ones. So that's my little add-on. Love you, man. Be good.